Hi, welcome to another Plan With Me video. I just sat down to plan my month of July and I realized that I could show you the realistic picture of how some of the months are going, because sometimes I get really inspired and do something similar as I did last month when I made a beautiful theme of cherry blossoms, and I really enjoy doing that. I also really love this tracker and everything, and how the weekly spreads looked. But this month I felt like I needed to take it a bit more easier and just relax a bit and maybe make a more minimalistic theme. So that's what I'm doing today. So as you can see, I already started planning in pencil, and I just stopped because I thought I will sit down and turn off the camera. So this month I decided to skip trackers altogether, because even though I really liked how this one looked like, I forgot to fill it in, and that's why some of the flowers are they just look the same. And I'm also not happy how my habit trackers look. It makes me kinda sad and a bit stressed, and I don't want my journal to be a place which brings more stress, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think I'm taking a break this month, and I am just doing cover page, which will include calendar and my main tasks of the month, as they did in last month's cover page. And I'm also keeping finance tracker. Last month I called it expenses. This month I'm calling it finance. But yeah, it will look the same. And yeah, the next page will be my weekly tracker. So I guess let's just plan them. So because I'm trying to keep everything simple, as I mentioned before, I will be using just a couple of supplies for this plan with me. I will be using my Pigma Micron pens, one in 02 and one in 05, just to have a bit more of line variation, I guess. And for a bit of color I will be using this Stabilo Boss original highlighter pen. So let's just do it! Let's use a thicker pen for the name of the month. Yeah, I think I like this better. The name stands out a bit more. And let's use a white Jelly Roll pen for this bit. It should cover it up a bit. Or not. It's making it worse. Okay, let's just leave it like that for a moment. Alright, you know what? I can't stand that little blob here. So I think what I'm gonna do, I will just use a piece of washi tape and just try to cover it. And I have this washi tape which has a similar color to my highlighter pen, so I just make sure that I have that color on the piece of tape. And I'll just put it right on top of that blob. This, and maybe another piece over here, like that. Yeah, that's better. So I'm rounding the edges of all my borders just to add a bit more interest, even though I'm keeping everything, as I mentioned, simple. I think it just adds a bit of a detail, and it's more fun that way. Also, another fun fact about my bullet journal is that sometimes I write things in English and sometimes I write things in Lithuanian. I don't know why. I am not really sure what to do with my weekly spread, because to be honest, today is the 4th of July, so I already skipped a couple of days, so I don't know if there is any point to make a spread for this week. I will make the spread like a collection of daily spreads, so the first one will be tomorrow's spread, because I don't want to plan today. There's no point for that. Let's just plan tomorrow, which is Thursday the 5th. I used to do a lot of these collective daily spreads in my previous bullet journal. I don't like making weekly spreads and then realizing that they will stay empty because I was just too busy or not in the mood. So I realized that last month it happened a couple of times when I planned the whole week and there I have a couple of blank spaces, and right here I had even more, but I drew a cherry blossom tree over there, so it kinda helped it out. But I want to avoid this thing this month, so yeah. So yeah, that will be everything I will plan for today. Let's make the final flip through. A lot of pages to flip through, yeah. And that's it for today's video. I just really wanted to show you that you don't need to force yourself to do everything perfectly every time, because sometimes you just don't feel like doing everything perfectly. You know what I mean. That's why I think it's healthy to take a little step back, a little break, and take things a bit more easier, so that next month you will have more energy and more inspiration to create something nice in your journal. So that would be everything for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!